I dare you. Stop being a bitch.
All right, what up, Lemonheads? Welcome to Season 8, Episode 3, The Evening Juice with LemonCityLive. Episode 4, actually, my bad. It happens. I'm here with my boy, Ferb Rojas. You might remember him from previous seasons. What's up, Ferb?
What are you talking about? I'm Edwin.
Nah, you wish. Not really.
I wish. I really wish I had a beard. This little
That's
15 hairs here are really not doing me. They're not doing it right now. I'm gonna be really honest. The mystique has gone away, and now people just make fun of it.
You know, that's more than you had when I met you.
That's very true. When I met you, I probably had like 4 or 5, and then I really got made fun of. But now it's at least 15 of them, and they're slowly falling out. So we got some length going on here, but it is an improvement. Puberty has hit me late.
Hey man, look, you have a full mustache, right? You that means you can legally do porn, but you're not anywhere. Right. So why would you do that?
That's right. You know, that's my backup just in case radio really hits the crapper and I'm not wanted there anymore. I can always do porn. You know.
Hey, look, inflation is high. The Fed is about to raise interest rates. We don't know what's gonna happen.
No, that's right. I think I'm gonna start stretching.
You should use your super freakishly long hands.
Oh, there's probably some sort of fetish porn for that.
I'm sure there is.
Big hand porn.
What is that website that all the girls use to stream themselves?
Oh, OnlyFans. Get on an OnlyFans.
Yeah, get a OnlyFans for abnormally large hands. Only hands.
You know, I was thinking of starting an OnlyFans, but it's only me eating cereal every week.
Yes.
You pay, and it's 15 minutes of me just.
People would buy it, 100%.
I'm pretty sure there's a market for that. I'm pretty sure there is. There's a market for everything.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, bro. As you can see, Edwin and Achilles could not make it today. Achilles is at his mom's birthday. Edwin, unfortunately, had an emergency at his house. He's okay. Just throwing that out there. Yes. But if you're watching, thank you for tuning in to our Facebook live stream and on our Lemon City Live Facebook page or on Twitter at Lemon City Live, or if you're watching on the 5 Reasons YouTube page, shout out to 5 Reasons for hooking us up there. So Ferb, before we get started talking about the NFL Divisional Playoff round, what have you been up to, bro?
What have I been up to? Well, I started going to the gym, which I
can see that.
I am.
You look pretty jacked, bro.
Thank you.
Look at that.
A little jacked. Just a little jacked. But I'm having a lot of fun. I started maybe like in September, and now we're heading towards February, and I'm just happy I haven't quit yet. You know, so that's going well. Haven't gotten fired from the morning show, so that's always a positive.
There you go.
That's always a very good positive, especially in these trying times.
Yeah.
Just got back from Iceland.
I'm actually surprised you haven't quit because that's what everybody's been doing lately.
Yeah, there's quitters galore. But no, I'm not a quitter. The only way I'm leaving is if I die or they drag my body out. That's the only way I'm leaving. And I've told that to my bosses, and they looked at me really worried.
Nice.
But yeah, I just came back from vacation. I was in Iceland for a few days over there, and that was really fun.
Did you see the Aurora Borealis?
Yeah. We got to see the Aurora Borealis, and it was the only day that week that it actually showed. So we got very lucky and very fortunate. We got into like this bus, and they took us to the middle of nowhere in Iceland. Kind of thought I was getting extorted. For a second, I was like, wow, we have not stopped driving. And middle of the road, we look up and it's there. And it was a really cool experience. I really recommend people go to Iceland. If you want to go on vacation, you want to do something different. Freezing cold. But
how cold was it?
It wasn't anything too crazy. Maybe like the 30s.
Okay.
You know,
it's going to be in the 30s on Sunday here in Florida. So
exactly. So you're practically there, and you don't have to worry about iguanas falling out of the sky.
Oh, but I kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
There's like an abundance of iguanas here in South Florida. They're actually
Dude.
telling people to go and kill these motherfuckers. Like there's,
it's a
they
problem.
are taking over.
They're invasive.
Oh, they're hella invasive. They have no privacy, and they don't understand anything about a personal bubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, that's true. But all right, so let's get into a little bit of playoff talk, bro. I kind of I'm a little sad that our boy Edwin is not here to talk playoffs because he had a good week of picks.
Oh yeah,
right. I'm not too sad. I'm just sad that for the reason that he's not here. But he would have thrown it in all our faces. So I don't know. I'm sad and I'm not sad.
Edwin's really feeling himself,
Oh, I mean, which is always. So then when he actually has a reason to feel himself, imagínate, bro. Like,
what'd you think of the games? I mean, I was like, yo, these script writers right now, the writers of the NFL, because football's like the WWE. It's all scripted anyways. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I
was like, yo, the writers outdid themselves this year. So much drama, so much angst. I was sweating.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. Do you think it was the greatest weekend in NFL playoff history, aside from like a Super Bowl or something like that? The divisional round.
I wasn't alive for the 72 Dolphins, so
neither was I.
In my lifetime, I will say yes. It was just so crazy. And, normally I'm not the type of guy that can watch too much football a day. I can't watch too much of anything. It really tires me out. I like to watch the big game or the game that I have some interest in, and then I'm sort of done. But it was so much adrenaline from the beginning to the end, the overtime. I mean, I don't know what more a sports fan could have asked for than last weekend, to be completely honest.
Every single game went down to the wire. I've never seen anything like that, where every single divisional round game goes to the very end or overtime or something like that. It was ridiculous. Like every single NFL fan in the world, like, had a heart attack on this week. It feels like
no.
If your teams were in the game, you know what I mean?
No, it was intense, and let's be honest, probably a lot of NFL fans, especially the super fans, they probably have a lot of cardiac issues as it is. So I'm pretty sure those ERs were packed to the gills.
Yeah.
Back to the gills after this weekend. But no, so much fun. I mean, look, this was just a divisional round. I mean, oh my God, the championship round is going to be insane. And let's not even, if this trend keeps on going on, the Super Bowl is going to be freaking insane.
Let's hope that each week is better than the last.
Yeah, I mean, it would really suck if like this weekend is an absolute dud.
Yeah, it really would.
Who are you going for? Like, what team are you invested in right now?
None, really. Yeah. There's no teams that I'm really invested in. I was basically rooting against Edwin's picks.
Oh, really? Wow, you're that guy.
Yeah, because Edwin is just insufferable when he's right. So I prefer to him.
I'm not gonna say you're right, but you're making a lot of very valid points.
And I feel bad because he would have been on the show today, and rightfully so, he would have been able to tell us that we were all wrong, except on the Brady pick. He gave us so much shit for picking against Tom Brady, and Achilles and I were right. So that was our saving grace. Because if he would have gotten that pick right, I wouldn't have shown up today. I wouldn't have shown up.
I mean, at this point in Brady's career, doesn't matter how old he is or like what game he's sort of playing himself into. It's kind of hard not to go for him, or not pick him. The guy is probably the most clutch more clutch than Jordan. I'm not too sure, but he's right up there neck and neck with Jordan as the most clutch athlete of all time. I mean, then obviously the story now is he going to continue playing?
Exactly. We'll get into that, but let's go game by game. All right. So the first game of the weekend was the Bengals beating the Titans, which that was an upset. Oh. Edwin has been on the Joe Burrow bandwagon ever since the draft, since before he was drafted. Ever since he had that amazing season at LSU, Edwin has been on that guy's bandwagon. And I don't blame Edwin for being on that. I still don't think that we should have traded our whole draft for one guy, but he's proving that that he's worth drafting number one overall and rebuilding a team around him and everything like that. He's doing his thing, even though he had a shitty game this past weekend. So you can't really give him the credit for that win. Did you watch that game at all?
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it. Yeah, it wasn't the Joe Burrow that was sort of accustomed to. But man, that guy is like, as soon as I saw that picture of him with a cigar at LSU, I was like, oh, this might be my new favorite player. And then we drafted Tua, and now it's Tua, mainly because it pisses a lot of people off that don't like him. But that's another story. But I mean, what I love seeing in the NFL playoffs is just sort of the depth within these teams, because it gets to a point where you're just trying to pick out an edge any way that you can. And this is what makes teams. This is what separates the good teams from the bad teams, right? So when your superstar quarterback who's having an amazing year isn't really, he's not up there. There's other parts of the team that can really pick up the slack and can make up for it. And the Titans with Ryan Tannehill, I'm kind of happy, just a little bit. For personal reasons, I think it was kind of slapped in the face how Tannehill, he goes to the Titans and now he's a completely different human being. But I'm very happy with the team. I feel like the Bengals are super scrappy, and I don't know. I think they might be the Cinderella team right now in the Super Bowl. So I mean,
they definitely are.
So
They're definitely the Cinderella
hope
team.
To make it far. Will they make it all the way? I highly doubt it. I think it would make for a great story to have Joe Burrow, because he was out last year, right?
He went down. He went down like closer to the end of the season.
Yeah,
he played a very good chunk of the season. He played most of the season.
So for him to come back off an injury and send the team all the way, I think would be amazing. Will it happen? I highly doubt it. But it's always fun to root for the little engine that could.
It is, and I don't know the way that I approach the show nowadays. It's just quality control over Edwin's hot takes. So I can't have Joe Burrow go all the way. That can't happen. He's been right enough, but no. Aside from that, now he's got to face Kansas City. I think
so. Yeah.
Right. So there's no way that he's gonna beat Kansas City. That's just Kansas City is just too hot right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. We'll talk about their game later, but man, they look way too good, and they on all sides of the ball. You know what I mean? You have to have a great offense like Buffalo just to compete.
Right. No, I really hope the Bengals pull the upset, mainly because then I can stop seeing Patrick Mahomes' brother doing those stupid dances. The guy looks ridiculous. The guy looks ridiculous.
That guy.
He can't dance. He looks like an absolute like jamoke. Like he looks like a jabroni. You look up jabroni in the dictionary, a picture, his stupid face pops up. So I really hope the Bengals really pull off the upset, just so homeboy can stop doing dances in the press box. The press box is sacred, and you shouldn't be up there doing dances.
What was it that he got in trouble for?
Apparently, he went with a whole crew, and he went to a bar. And,
no. It was during a game.
Oh, yes. What's the name of the player that died from the Redskins?
Oh, Dennis knows. Dennis, if you want to hop on and tell us what it was. Sean Taylor, that's right.
It was the Sean Taylor retirement ceremony.
Yes.
And so they spray painted his jersey number on the sidelines.
And he was dancing on it.
Homeboy did a whole bunch of dances, stepping on the jersey of the deceased Redskins superstar. Apparently, he was forced into that spot. They were like, hey, if you're going to be on the sidelines, you have to be here. And that part was sort of roped off. But either way, wasn't too tasteful. Normally people with a brain kind of put two and two together and go, hey, maybe dancing on top of the dead player's jersey number isn't the best way. Yeah. But he did it for the likes, and he's a stupid idiot for it.
100%. That's where everybody began to hate that guy.
Yeah, that's his supervillain origin story.
Yep.
That 100%. Is his supervillain. Well, maybe his supervillain origin story started years ago when his brother, the superstar quarterback, started taking the shine, and he was sort of left on his own to dance in front of a camera.
Yep. But that was the culmination.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And he's probably the biggest heel in football right now, and he's not even a player.
Can you imagine that? There he is.
Yeah, get that idiot out of here. And look, and I'm not like one of those people that's like anti TikTok. I'm pro TikTok. I love TikTokers.
Yeah,
I like
TikTok
what they do. I think they're super smart in the way that they sort of do their thing. But I just can't stand that guy. I really can't. I really can't. My skin crawls whenever he pops up on my For You page. I throw my phone.
He's a douchebag.
Oh, major douchebag. Major douchebag.
Riding on his brother coattails, just trying to become a TikTok star.
Exactly. And and he like likes to front a bit, like on social media.
Oh yeah,
and it's
for
like,
sure.
Dude, give your brother his shorts back. Those are your brother's shorts.
Yeah,
you don't have Dior shorts, buddy. You can't afford them. Give them back to your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Give them back to your brother.
Yeah, you know, like when you're a little kid and you get in trouble and your parents take away your TV or whatever video game system you might have.
Yeah,
and then you're like, "What? How can you take this away from me?" And they say, "This is mine. I paid for it. It's mine."
Yeah, that's basically
when you pay for your own things, then I won't take it away from you. That's
basically the little brother's whole life. Like Patrick Mahomes has that card over him for the rest of his life.
Yep.
You know, because he's so loaded, nobody in his family has to do anything for the next 100 years. So, so yeah, that's an interesting dynamic.
Oh God. So yeah, I don't think the Bengals are gonna be able to shut that guy up though. So
I hope so. One can pray. I'm gonna light up my candles.
Yeah. So about that game though, everybody played bad in that game except for the kicker, McPherson. He made 4 fucking field goals in a low-scoring game. That's it. That's all they needed was for that guy to kick 4 field goals. Everybody else in that game sucked.
Hey, that's why you invest in a good kicker. That's why you invest in a good kicker. And I don't know about you, but I don't know. There's something that intrigues me about really bad sports. Like when both teams are sort of really shitting the bed. It's like an anomaly, and it kind of really intrigues me. I love watching terrible soccer. I love watching terrible football.
There he is.
Oh yeah, look at that stud. What a stud.
He looks like a high school kicker. He's so young. And it was amazing because, bro, Tannehill sucked. He threw 3 interceptions. Burrow wasn't great. He threw 0 touchdowns. This guy went out here and kicked 4 clutch-ass field goals. And before he kicked the last one, he looks over and he says, "I guess we're going to the AFC Championship game." Walks out there, kicks the game-winning field goal, bro. The cojones on that guy, dude.
The balls. I want to buy him a beer. I might go to Cincinnati just to find him and buy him a beer.
Every single person that owns a pickup truck in the state of Ohio needs to get those balls, but it has to be a actual mold of McPherson's balls. That's what they need to do in the state of Ohio. If that's not happening right now, that's a missed opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Can he drink beer?
That's also very true. He looks 15.
Yeah.
We'll get him.
We got to take him to another country where it's legal.
Hell yeah. Or I'll get him a Heineken Zero.
There you go.
I'll get him a Heineken Zero. We'll have a good time.
Yep. We'll film one of those commercials where like he's drinking the beer and everybody's telling him like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "What? It's 0 alcohol." And they're like, "No, he's got to go kick a field goal."
No, he's at the Super Bowl. He's about to kick. The game's on the line. It's a 55-yard field goal.
Yeah.
They call time, right? They call time. And right before they're about to load up, he freaking downs one. He does a keg stand. He does a keg stand. And the coach is like,
Zero.
What are you doing? A keg stand? It's a Super Bowl. He goes, "Coach, there's no alcohol."
I love it. Bro, missed opportunities. That's not happening. It's not happening right now.
It definitely should. No, but he still misses because he's bloated.
Yeah. Yes. He just goes out there and he throws up all the fake beer.
He's not drunk, but he's incredibly bloated.
Yeah.
And he misses. He throws up everywhere. But it's not as bad because there's not alcohol, so he's not super dizzy afterwards.
That's right. So he'll maybe he recovers and he kicks the game-winning field goal after that.
He just might.
Yeah.
That's the extended cut of the
yeah. All right. As far as the Titans are concerned, do you see them moving on from Tannehill, or are they just gonna keep trying him out there until they're able to draft somebody better than him?
I mean, they paid big money for him. Yeah. I mean, he had a good playoff run. He had like a good second half of the year. Had a really good playoff run a few years ago, and then they invested heavy into him. And the trend is when you pay somebody big money, you sort of ride with him till the wheels fall off, unless it is absolutely off the rails. And Tannehill's a good guy. I feel like from the short time I was able to see him at the Dolphins, he was really well liked by everybody. I'm pretty sure he's the same way with the Titans. So I'm pretty sure they'll invest in him, at least until they can find another suitable replacement. I mean, as long as they're making the playoffs and as long as they're.
Do you think he threw the game? Do you think Tannehill threw the game?
Tannehill threw the game. I mean, it would be the most
Dolphin
shit I've ever seen in my life.
You said at the beginning of the segment that NFL is the same as WWE. It's scripted.
Yo, that's true. Vince might have gotten in his ear and said, "You got to throw the game here, brother."
Yep. What is it? The Montreal screw job?
The Montreal screw job. Yes.
There you go.
You might have seen a version of the Montreal screw job. So they probably told Tannehill, look, Tanny, come here. The writers bring him into the writers' room at halftime. And they go, look, ratings are through the roof right now. You're going to throw the game this year. Okay. Yeah. We're going to think you're a schlub. Okay. We're going to write that you're going to be borderline released. Okay. And you're going to go 0-6. Okay. To start next year. Yeah. But you're going to pick it up the second half of the year. We're going to take you all the way. But you got to blow the game today. Okay. And Tanny was like, as long as the check clears, baby, I'm about
That's right. There you go.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for the redemption of Ryan Tannehill's storyline next year in the NFL. It's going to be really exciting. And
it just might happen.
No steel chairs. He has concussion issues. No steel chairs to Tanny.
Here you go. 1777 memorabilia is absolutely right. The Bengals played terrible. Friggin' Joe Burrow got sacked like 9 times.
Look, if it wasn't for the 15-year-old that kicker, they really wouldn't be where they're at right now.
Not at all. He was the only good player on that field, bro. Burrow got sacked 9 times. His offensive line sucked. He's lucky he didn't tear another ACL or whatever. The Bengals punted more than the Titans did in that game.
Yeah, but and then also that's sort of the beauty of the playoffs. Like nobody's become stars. Like whoever the hell the kicker for the Bengals is, I don't even know his name, but I love him.
McPherson.
McPherson. But that's the beauty of playoff football. You can have a terrible game, but it only really takes one player, one play to bring you to the next round. And NFL's one and done. So I think that's what really makes football one of the more exciting sports, especially playoff wise.
100%. Do you like the Bengals' future moving forward with Burrow and McPherson, Mixon, Chase?
I mean,
Chase had a good game.
I really do like the Bengals. Like in most successful football teams, if you have a good quarterback, you're sort of off to the right start. I mean, this is what Joe Burrow's second year in the league, and he's already making a push into the playoffs. So I think they're off to a really good start. They're doing a lot better than some other rebuilding teams. And, you have a lot of confidence in the quarterback, and that's not something that we're seeing in the NFL a lot now. Confidence in young quarterbacks. You really just give them a year or two, and then they're scrambling to either draft another quarterback or they're scrambling to, bring in a more established player. So it's really refreshing to see a team really believe in their star pupil and their star quarterback. So, let's keep it going. I'm pro Bengals. I'm pro Bengals. All right. So hopefully if Joe Burrow doesn't make it deep this year, which I don't think he is, in the next 4 years, I really see the Bengals making a run.
Yeah, when you can tell he's a quality quarterback. When you have a player like that in that position, it's hard to just be bad every year. Even
exactly right.
Like the Chargers You know, like they had Phillip Rivers for all that time, and they were always contesting, even though they really never made it to a Super Bowl. You know, they made their playoff pushes and everything. They just didn't have a great organization, but they had that
Exactly. Yeah.
player in that position to put them in a spot to contest. All right, so next, I think the upset of the weekend was the Niners in Lambeau Field taking down the Packers and Aaron Rodgers.
Ugh. I mean, look, this is what happens when you're not vaccinated. You lose.
It's on the CDC website, and it says if you're not vaccinated, you will blow the divisional round playoff game.
The writer screwed over Aaron Rodgers. He said, "You want to go off script, Aaron? You want to do your stupid little interviews, Aaron?
Yeah.
You want to go on Joe Rogan, Aaron? Okay, have your fun now going off script. But just wait till the playoffs when we have full control. We're gonna screw you over." And and it's one thing to get blown out, right? We see blowouts in the playoffs all the time, and a blowout's a blowout. But these sort of upsets, they sting a bit more. They sting a bit more. You go to overtime, it stings a lot more. So, and now that obviously the big question now is what happens with Aaron Rodgers. I feel like he will find a home. I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers. I've heard that the Steelers are trying to make a move for him, but also now do you balance sort of his, I don't want to say antics, but sort of like the narrative that he's had off the field this year, which has really taken away a lot from the team and a lot from his ability on the field.
There you go. So I think it all really depends on what the Packers plan to do moving forward. A lot of people seem to be willing to say that they are going to move forward from Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers said himself he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild. So, I can see him moving away. And he gave a little winky eye to the Steelers back in week 7 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So man, I can see that happening. Big Ben is gone from Pittsburgh. So
I really thought Aaron Rodgers would be one of those like lifers. But hey, he's definitely not he's not the youngest player on the field. He definitely still is effective. And, if I were him, why would I want to spend, the latter half of my career on a rebuilding team as well? So hopefully, there's a nice end to the career of Aaron Rodgers. And I just hope he really shuts the hell up off outside the field.
Yeah. I think this season, his persona and his both on field and off field persona, you know what I mean? They both took a hit because the whole what is it? I'm immunized thing. Put a bad taste in people's mouth, and then the way his season ended,
bath salts. He's a big bath salts guy.
Keep him out of Miami then.
A lot of bath salts over here. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Miami and bath salts don't mix well. And the way his season ended, losing the 49ers once again. Now he's 0-4 against the 49ers in the playoffs.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. That is
bro.
That's crazy.
In the words of Pedro Martinez, they're his daddy.
They are his daddy. Jimmy G, baby. Let's go.
There you go, man. So, which it's funny to me because when Aaron Rodgers was drafted, I think a lot of people remember that he went late. He went late into the draft.
Right.
And somebody asked him, how disappointed are you that you will not be a 49er? And his response was, not as disappointed as the 49ers will be that they didn't draft me. That quote, that not aging well, bro.
It aged to a T.
For our entertainment value, I guess. Yeah. Not for him.
No, definitely not for poor Aaron. Karma's a bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. So you'll think he'll end up in Pittsburgh, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really see another team that really, I don't know, is as prepared as the Steelers, has as good as coaching with the Steelers. And obviously, the Steelers are they're Ben Roethlisberger is on the way out, and what a better replacement than Aaron Rodgers. Similar styles of quarterback, they're sort of from the same era, so not a bad replacement at all. I just really don't see a team as prepared right now to get him and wearing a team as prepared that can really bring in Aaron Rodgers and really be at the next level. And he looks great in black and gold. I mean, come on, look at this.
Look at Dennis is more prepared than anybody, bro. Look at that.
Hell yeah. That man.
That's why he
is on it.
You guys are like right here, bro. You both Emmy winners. Look at you guys.
Yeah, like I said before we started, it's always a great pleasure to share a space with a fellow Academy winner.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dennis behind the scenes there, man. So, man. So the 49ers, they got it done in Lambeau Field. Now they're going to face the Rams. I really don't see anybody beating the Rams, to be honest with you. But, I think the Niners, the Niners did what they came to do, and that was to kick Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs.
I feel like their game plan went into what wasn't even like winning the Super Bowl. We just got to beat Aaron Rodgers.
I guess that's all anybody wanted from them.
Yeah, they were like, you know what, Super Bowl consolation prize. Let's really kick Aaron Rodgers' ass.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Moving on to the next game. Speaking of the Rams, they also took away somebody that everybody hates, bro. The Rams did away with Tom Brady, bro. For now. We'll see if he retires or not. That
was rough for Tom and all of Tampa Bay. I mean, I it's sort of sad seeing him lose. I'm just so used to seeing him win and show off that great set of teeth. I mean, those veneers. I mean, come expensive. He has chiclets for teeth.
Bro, they're made from the finest elephant ivory.
Oh, yeah. They had to. Yeah, they cut down a couple tusks to make those. Okay, those are I've never seen a pair of whiter teeth. Maybe on Nicky Jam, but that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation. We had an interview with Nicky. Oh my God, look at those. Look at those. It's like he has a piece of fence for teeth.
Yeah, white picket fence, bro.
Oh, just a white picket fence for teeth. Oh my gosh, what money does to you? But yeah, this I don't know. It's just kind of hard not to root for Brady. It's really hard not to just pick him in any situation because he just always seems to come out on top. But even the Almighty have to fall once in a while, and I just really hope that it's at the end for him, and he really comes back for a couple more years. I feel like he can really still go.
So do I. He still looks like he's capable of playing, and I think he'll keep doing so until he fucking breaks a hip or some shit like that. The guy's crazy. I don't know why he still thinks that it's okay for him to be out there, or why he even wants to still be out there. Go do something else with your life, bro. I feel like he hasn't thought about what he wants to do post-football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why he's just like, oh, I don't know. I guess I'll play again. Like,
no, and like, look, the people that are at the top of their game are absolutely insane. They're insane. They're crazy. They're different animals. Top athletes, and in our world, top broadcasters, top artists that I've been able to meet, top athletes that I've had the privilege of meeting. They're all really weird, and they're all.
You see this? This is my girlfriend trolling me right now.
Oh, he is amazing, and he's look, from one man to another, he is incredibly handsome. What a great looking guy! Tom Brady is
it's hard to argue against that.
He's the perfect package, man.
You know what, dude? I was watching a game at a bar, and there was this drunk dude there, and he's a self-proclaimed Dolphins fan. But when I said something bad about Tom Brady, he pointed at me. Don't you dare say anything bad about Tom Brady! And I was like, "What, dude? Get your drunk ass out of here!"
Look, there's in these past maybe 5 years, there's been nothing. There's been nothing that's given me so much satisfaction than the Dolphins absolutely molly-whopping the Patriots with Brady in them. When Brady was part of the team. But even the
Dolphins, Dolphins and Giants are the only teams that ever gave Brady any trouble.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, we were there. We were there for the Miami Miracle. I mean, I've never been more happy in my life than that day. That was absolutely insane.
For real.
And just to see Tom's just incredibly handsome face, just so mad and walking off the field, and the Dolphins that was a bad year for us, right? We did not do good that year.
No, the Dolphins did not do good.
2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
That's right. and for the Miami Miracle to be the only salvation of an absolutely dreadful season, oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. But who I'm actually happy for is the old gunslinger, bro, Matthew Stafford. Finally gets, and I think that goes to show that it's not a quarterback that gets it done by himself. All right, and I wish Edwin was here for me to argue with this with him, because he always wants to give all of the credit and all of the blame to the quarterback position. But when Matthew Stafford in Detroit couldn't get shit done, like he can't do it by himself. Right. Look, he goes to the Rams, that are a good organization. They've been into the playoffs with a lesser quarterback. They went to the Super Bowl with a lesser quarterback.
Exactly.
And now look at them. Now they look like they're gonna take the whole thing. They look like it's gonna be like Rams, Kansas City collision.
No, course. and it's so crazy to see a team with absolutely no fan base be so successful. I mean,
there's a lot of fans in LA that were there when the Rams were originally in LA in the 80s, and they just sort of became stuck as Rams fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now there are people
homes cheering on the Rams now.
And now there are people. No, but LA. I guess they got on the bandwagon pretty quick on the LA Rams bandwagon, because it was either them or Chargers, and the Chargers actually have zero fans in LA, bro.
Yeah. Maybe I got them both confused, but yes, absolutely.
Okay,
the Chargers
maybe.
have absolutely no fans. It is hard for the Chargers for every game to be an away game. That sucks.
That does suck, dude.
That sucks. And the Rams to a certain extent. But yeah, I'm very excited for this Rams team. And hopefully, we have another case of a team playing the Super Bowl in their home city, which I think would be absolutely amazing. From what I've seen, that stadium in LA, it is creme de la creme.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, how crazy is it that no team had ever won a Super Bowl in their hometown, and now it's probably going to happen 2 years in a row.
That's it. It's really weird how things sort of play out that way. Yeah. And also because like these Super Bowls are sort of decided years ahead. You know, they're all decided at least like 2 or 3 years again. I'm telling you, these writers, they're crazy.
They're so good. When is the next Miami Super Bowl? That's what I want to know.
Oof.
I don't know.
I mean, we just had one a few years ago. Maybe when the Dolphins
pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Oh, man. That weekend was awesome.
It was, except Kobe died that weekend.
Oh, my gosh. That is true. Kobe did die. So then it wasn't that
It was awesome. the previous weekend. It was the previous week. It was Pro Bowl weekend.
Pro Bowl
Which
weekend.
I think tomorrow's the anniversary, by the way.
Oh, man.
Yep, Dennis confirms.
Oh, man. If Dennis confirms, that means that's law.
Yep.
So,
true.
R.I.P. Kobe. Hopefully we get a Super Bowl here sometime in the near future. I mean, we have 11 already. Just give us the 12th one. I mean, Miami gets wild on Super Bowl weekend. Give me that shit and bring back.
We host the best Super Bowls.
Bring back J-Lo. Round 2. Yeah.
Why not?
Or fuck it. Just Bad Bunny. Just bring Bad Bunny. Bring Balvin. He'll bring all his friends and just have like a reggaeton just mishmash and play all that ghetto ratchet shit. So the rest of America can have an aneurysm.
Well, bro, reggaeton recently has been breaking language barriers. Like, white people like it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even know what they're saying, and they like it.
I mean, you go tell me Pepas plays at the club and you're not dancing? I mean, you don't know the words.
They don't know the words. But they're under the influence of the Pepas, bro. You know?
Oh, Pepas galore. Pepas galore.
How many people are out there singing the lyrics to Pepas and they don't know what it means?
And they don't know jack shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, I love this song. It's my song. It's my song. They don't know jack shit.
No.
You go to church the next day and they're like, oh my God, it's Pepas. Yes.
there are schools that put on little like performances for the kids, and they use that song, and the teachers don't know what it means. That's got to be going on.
Yeah. The day these white Christians they figure out Google Translate and they put the song in there. Oh, they're in for a treat.
Yep. Oh man. All right. Well, Rams get it done against Tampa Bay. Cooper Kupp is uncoverable, dude.
Oh, that guy.
The ball's going to him, and still, I was after the game, we did a Instagram live, and I mentioned during the IG live that Cooper Kupp is kind of like Cristiano Ronaldo, where you need to double team the guy. I don't know why they single coverage him ever. You know what I mean? When Cristiano Ronaldo is in the box, and you're not double covering him, they're gonna throw it up there. He's gonna jump. He's gonna head it in, and you're gonna feel stupid about yourself for not double covering Cristiano Ronaldo. That same thing with Cooper Kupp.
What I just like about Cooper Kupp is sort of like his situational awareness. Like, he just always seems to know what to do. He just always seems to be in control. And especially in these playoff games, man. Like, sometimes you just have to throw shit to the fan and you just do what you got to do. But I've never seen somebody have so much control over his body.
It's incredible.
Just week in and week out, he really is playing at another level. It's fantastic to see, and it really is a treat. Especially at his position, it's just super exciting.
Yeah, man. But the Rams, I feel like you can double up Cooper Kupp all day, but then one of the other guys, like then Odell Beckham's gonna be free. He's gonna be open the entire game then, and how crazy is it that your number 2 receiver is Odell Beckham Jr., bro?
Yeah, and that's the treat, and that's what I mentioned before about depth when it comes to the playoffs. I mean, if it was just Cooper Kupp, you double cover him, and it's not going to be game over, but at least you have a little bit more control on the defense. But when you have Odell Beckham as your second receiver, you're really in a really good place. And I don't know if you heard, but Odell Beckham, he wanted his salary. Yes. He only signed for $700,000. In Bitcoin. Bitcoin has taken a crap.
It took a huge hit, yeah, bro. Like half.
It took a huge hit. So now he's only at 300,000.
No, after taxes and everything, I think he's only making like 35 grand or something like that.
Yeah. Because the value of his contract is now lower, but he's still getting taxed as if he made 700,000. So he's making $35,000 as a superstar wide receiver, which I just thought it was super funny. But if they win the Super Bowl, he'll make that tenfold. So I'm not really worried about it though.
Yeah. But hey, man, shout out to the Rams. They got it done for all the anti-Tom Brady fans out there like me. And that leads us into the final game of the divisional round, which was the incredible Kansas City overtime thriller versus Buffalo. Bro, what an amazing match. It was just back and forth.
It was back and forth, and just your heart breaks for the Bills. It really does. I feel like they were very much a fan favorite as well. But yeah, it was just it was an all-time classic. It was an all-time classic, and Patrick Mahomes did what Patrick Mahomes does, and that's coming clutch, and him and the crew ended up getting out of it, and I feel like they're gonna repeat and go to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, man. How crazy was it that there was like a minute 56 left or a minute 16? I forget how much time was left on the clock in the fourth quarter, and they put up I forgot how many points it was, but both teams scored like twice in the span of that time.
Yeah, and it really brings it to some controversy, the overtime rule in the NFL, and it is. I do find it a bit ridiculous how the NFL is X amount of years old, and some of these rules just kind of sort of don't make any sense. So, I mean, but that's the drama of the playoffs, and the writers really did a really good job.
It's better than what it used to be. It used to be if you score a fucking field goal, you win the game.
That's true. So, I'm just really happy at the writers and when they had these creative sessions and when they were really narrowing down what the final,
Look at this guy. Fuck you, bro. Nobody else is talking about how the NFL is compared to the WWE. Go eat a dick.
Yeah, go eat a dick. No one's talking. Yeah, okay. Find someone else that's talking about the writers of the NFL, okay? And nothing I do is trash. You know why? Because I have one of these.
There you go. Boom.
Okay? I have one of these while you and your little Cheeto fingers are typing out these comments in your mom's basement. You jabroni.
There you go.
Sorry. I don't deal well with criticism. I don't know if you know.
Now I do. Neither do I. It's okay.
So yeah, you can tell that pussy to go take a hike.
Okay. Oh man. So all right. Do you feel like the NFL does need to update these overtime rules so that both teams have a chance to score a touchdown? And what needs?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I think.
I don't think you should just keep going forever and ever. Like,
no,
maybe
you shouldn't keep going forever. But the overtime rule is just really like, okay, well, someone has to win, so let's figure out. And it makes sense when it's week 3, and it's just 2 garbage teams. But then the downside is when it's a classic, like we saw with the Bills and the Chiefs, it really leaves a sour taste in everyone's mouth. So and like everything in life, it evolves and sports evolves. And I think the NFL have everything really down packed, other than the fact that it's 2022 and we still can't decide what a catch is and what isn't. And this stupid overtime rule. But at least it's not like baseball, which is just a mishmash of mistakes and errors. So I don't know. Hopefully it's something that can get reviewed in the offseason and it can get slightly tweaked. I don't think it needs to be changed completely. I just think there's a couple of tweaks that you can do there to just really make it a bit more of a level playing field. But definitely something that needs to be looked at. It really leaves a sour taste in your mouth when
it shouldn't come down to a coin flip, basically. Shouldn't come down to a coin flip.
Yeah.
At all. All right, so looking forward to next week. Who do you got? Rams, 49ers?
Rams all the way.
So do I. All right, I think that was kind of easy. Chiefs, Bengals, who you got?
Bengals all day, baby. Joe Burrow.
Really?
I'm buying the jersey after I leave the StreamYard.
Oof. You and Edwin are on the same boat, bro. I got Chiefs. I don't think there's any way the Bengals are gonna take it to the Chiefs, man. A man can dream. All right. There's a little less than 15 minutes left in the show. I want to talk a little bit Miami Heat, bro.
Oh my gosh.
All alone at the top of the East. How about that?
What I like about it is that every year the Heat sort of get discounted, and they're sort of like, they're the Heat. They were going to be sort of middle of the table. They might make a push towards the end. But here's the thing. This is a different NBA. A completely different NBA. If there's one thing that the NBA has sort of taught me this year is that the era of the super team is done. It is over. Okay?
Yeah.
Look at Golden State. Look at the Lakers. Look at Brooklyn, 11th in the East. And doesn't matter if Kyrie's playing or not. You have James Harden and KD on your team. And you're 11th?
No, the NBA has
really changed. And it is all about having a complete team. Top to bottom. This is a league of roles. I mean, just look at Tyler Hero coming off the bench and being one of the most productive players in the NBA.
Oh, bro, he's 6th man of the year for sure.
Easily.
Sure. But I gotta correct you on something. For Brooklyn is in 3rd place in the East.
Oh, my bad. I'm drunk out here.
It's okay. The Knicks are 11th though.
The Knicks. There we go. I got them mixed up. But either way, this is a different NBA team. I mean, just look at LeBron. This isn't the type of league where you can really depend on just one player and make it to the playoffs. This isn't LeBron in 2006. I mean, just look at Zion with the Pelicans. I mean, it's really not much of anything. and the Heat had the most complete team, top to bottom, and we're so good at finding these little gems here and there to complete it. But everybody is just sort of doing their job, from Duncan Robinson to Jimmy to Bam to Tyler. I mean, to PJ Tucker. It's just a complete team, top to bottom.
Yeah, man. Even the guys that nobody knew their names before the season started. You know what I mean? Like all these new players that Doc Rivers is pissed about that he keep on finding. It's amazing how these guys, how they find these guys and they develop them. You know, like Yurtsevin, like, man, that guy, he had a great summer league, but then he started off the season playing like shit, and then they've just developed him to be able to play in the NBA game, and he's setting records. It's amazing.
and props to Eric Spoelstra, who I think is incredibly underrated, and I think should be in contention for one of the greatest coaches ever. I mean, the man is just always one step ahead, and the whole front office is one step ahead, and knowing that the league is going to go in this direction where you need to be complete top to bottom, and everybody needs to play a role, and everybody needs to know their role and play to a T. If not, you end up being like LeBron James, who's out here making apologies on Twitter after getting, dogged by the Heat. So I love this Heat team. I think we're going to.
Now he's flirting. He's flirting with the Heat on Twitter now.
I hope he comes back. I mean, just because I feel like it'll be cherry on top. But really, whose spot does he take? I mean, I love you, LeBron, but I love LeBron James. He's my favorite player of all time.
Yeah, he can't come here and be the number one guy.
No.
He's not that guy anymore. Unfortunately,
he needs to play his role like everyone else. And sort of the downside of having LeBron on your team is that you're forced to playing LeBron ball.
Yeah.
And LeBron has a hand in the front office and who they sign and who don't they sign. And I don't like, and how many coaches have been replaced in the time that LeBron James has been playing basketball, It would be great because LeBron, even at this age, is an elite player, but sort of the off the field antics and the wanting to have his hand in everything, it really hurts a team. It really does. It really does. And as we've seen before, Pat Riley isn't the type of guy to, lay into LeBron and give him everything that he wants. That's basically one of the reasons why he left. So it would be really interesting. It really would.
Yeah, it would be pretty interesting, but I don't know, man. I don't think. Yeah, I don't feel like LeBron would be able to accept that. You know what I mean? Just him being him, and he wants to play with his son. He'll force that hand, sort of thing, and that's just not the way that he get down. That's why LeBron left in the first place. Why would he come back to that? You know what I mean?
No, this isn't a circus. This is an NBA team. If you want to go play with your son, go and sign with the Globetrotters, and I'm pretty sure they'll have a blast with you. I mean, could you imagine we sign or we trade for LeBron and his first thing is, I want to play with my son, open up a roster spot for Bronny? Pat Riley will tell him to go take a freaking hike, and LeBron ball doesn't always work. I mean, look at who the Lakers have right now. What is this team? What is this team?
They're terrible.
They're absolutely terrible. And that just goes to show that the NBA has changed. This isn't Big Three era anymore, where we can have Carlos Arroyo at point and be the first in the East anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Forget Zondrunas Ilgauskas was our center.
That's true.
Times have changed. That wouldn't have flown right in the way that the NBA is right now. So it's either you get with the wave, or you sit out.
Yeah. And I just want to give a shout out to Jimmy Butler, who's the new all-time triple-double leader in Heat franchise history. He's surpassing LeBron James.
Retire the number. Retire the number. if the Heat win a ring with Jimmy, and look at those teeth. Veneers, baby, the future. Man. If we win a chip with Jimmy Butler, I automatically will start the petition to retire his number. He's great.
It has to happen. He almost got it done in the bubble.
Oh man,
that's one of the all-time performances I've ever seen.
Good times, Jimmy. And what I love is that Jimmy, before he came to the Heat, people were saying that guy is a mess. He's such a piece of shit. He's garbage. He was bullying everybody on the Sixers. He was bullying everybody with the Bulls. And he came to Miami and he started playing with a bunch of bullies. Exactly. And now he started making magic. Okay, everyone everywhere else was too soft for Jimmy. Jimmy started playing with real hardcore basketball players, and then now he's flourishing, and now he's smiling.
Yeah.
He wasn't smiling with the 76ers. He wasn't smiling with the Bulls.
Nah, man. And now the Sixers miss him.
Oh, I'm pretty there's I wouldn't doubt that every single NBA team wishes they had a Jimmy Butler on their team right now. He 100%. Has just flourished with the Heat. He's at another level. Yeah. Absolutely.
He's amazing. Dennis, all right, I guess he's not going to show us anything. I thought we were going to catch a video right there. Oh, man. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap it up for this week's show, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I want to remind everybody, I think this Friday we are going to do a show because the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame ballot came out, and Edwin is pretty heated about it. He couldn't be on the show today, but he definitely wants to do a show on Friday. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a happy hour special, so he's going to be sauced up also. Yes, here we go. Edwin is livid. He sent us
what a disservice that was.
Yeah. I mean, it happens every year, though. It happens every year.
Yeah, but Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame. Are you being for Roger Clemens not in the Hall for real?
Yeah.
Twisted. Twisted. Hopefully, they don't do Gary Sheffield the same.
They will.
Unfortunately.
So stay tuned this Friday so you can hear Edwin rant about the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame ballot. And he'll probably give himself the juice for his picks of this past weekend's divisional round games. Stay tuned for that. All right, everybody. So we'll see you Friday. If you missed most of today's show, you can catch it tomorrow morning. We restream it on our YouTube page and on Twitch. So stay tuned, like around 10 in the morning. Any last words, my friend?
Thank you for having me. It's always cool to hang out with my favorite Lemonheads. You guys can follow me on IG at I am Ferrojas. You guys can listen to me every morning on the Enrique Santos Morning Show, on your favorite iHeart Latino radio station, or on the free iHeartRadio app. So yeah, thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun. And this is past my bedtime, but there was nobody I'd rather spend some time with than you guys. So thank you guys so much for having me on.
That's what's up. Thank you, man. Thank you to my Emmy Award-winning friend, Fred Rojas. Thank you to my Emmy Award-winning producer, Dennis Sosa.
Dennis, the man.
Shout out to 5 Reasons. We'll see you